Good evening, folks, and welcome again to thechefandthegrape.com. Tonight, celebrating the wines of Argentina. And what wine would be better to be at that table than VistAlba? VistAlba is a winery in Mendoza, although that doesn't really narrow it down. There are over 1,100 wineries in Mendoza, and that's pretty crazy. Just by comparison, those who don't know, there's about 450 wineries in Napa. So Mendoza is extremely large. VistAlba has a great history. For those of you who want to know more about VistAlba's history, I actually have written a couple of articles about them. So just go to my website, go to thechefandthegrape.com, and in the search window for wine reviews, just type in Bodega VistAlba or just VistAlba, and the articles will pop up. I actually got to meet the marketing director for all of their projects just 2 years ago, I believe, a year and a half ago. Fantastic fellow. Got to do an interview with him and really get into the history of why what they do is special. Anyways, but I wanted to talk to you about their Corte C. This is a fantastic blend of Malbec, Cab Sauv, and Bonarda. Now, Malbec, most of us are pretty familiar with. Now there's World Malbec Day, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows. Yes, it started in France where they called it Cote. It was part of the original blend for the Bordeaux Red. Nowadays in France, although it has a little bit of a renaissance, it still has found its perhaps most appreciated expression in Argentina. People love Argentina Malbec, and there are all sorts of different expressions within that country. Cab Sauv, I think actually one of the underrated varietals from Argentina. Many people know that Chile produces extraordinary Cab Sauv, especially for the price, but in Argentina it actually does quite well in some places. And this is a winery that certainly knows how to work with their Cab Sauv. But Bonarda is a little bit of a mystery. We don't really know it outside of Argentina, and even in Argentina, generally it's a blending varietal. We don't see a lot of single varietal Bonarda. For the purposes of this tasting, let's just think of Bonarda being much like Merlot. It's plush, it's fruity, it's approachable, and it adds breadth. If Malbec gives punch and Cab Sauv gives structure, then the Bonarda comes in and it makes it fleshy and approachable, and yeah, I think that would be a fair summary. This is an excellent wine. It runs just over $20 in the Canadian market, in the BC market, which means if you can pick it up in Alberta, let's say, you should be able to pick it up for $15, and that price would be fairly consistent in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, same thing, Washington State, Oregon State, and then if you get into California, it might even be a little bit less. I don't know if it's being shipped there or not. But if you're in California, Florida, Georgia, that area, you might even be picking it up for, let's say, $13. For $13, amazing value. On the nose, not only offers what we would expect in terms of a lot of ripe berry tones, blueberries, blackberries, end of the season raspberries when they start to turn a little black, but actually offers a lot of coffee notes. Coffee, leather, dark chocolate is really quite beautiful, especially for those of us who love big, bold red wines. And on the palate, wow, a really brisk, almost Burgundian type of acidity. It's just so lean, so precise, so focused, so dialed in. It is a little sharp, but it is quite well integrated. You know, the Argentinians love to make wines to serve with food because they love to eat and drink. God, I have no idea how I didn't end up Argentinian. And so having the wine with a little bit more of an aggressive acidity to it is not a flaw, it's a style. And they make theirs to go with food. Just like if you get garnacha from Spain, generally the acid is pretty, mild. And the reason being, because generally garnacha in Spain, people will just drink bottles of it on a Saturday night. Anyways, getting ahead of myself. Tannin structure. Medium plus. Fine, but it has a bit of chew to it. Concentration on the palate is good. It's a medium concentration, and it's completely in sync with the nose. Food pairings. You know what? You don't have to do anything extraordinary. Make a great burger. Get some beef from your local butcher, if you can. Put in 10% pork or lamb. Really makes a beautiful burger, and it doesn't have to be any more involved than that. Bit of meatloaf and this wine, fantastic. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Hope you appreciate them. I hope you look for this in your local market. Once again, it is the VistAlba, and you can look for that online. Bodega VistAlba. Hope you look for it in your local market. I hope you give it a try. Humbly, I submit a score of 89 plus points for this, and I hope you enjoy it. No, I changed my mind. 90 points. It truly is professional. 90 points, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I.